skaters, it's Stace here from Next Edge Tutorials. In today's lesson, I'm going to show you how to transform your camel spin. So before we start transforming your camel spin, what is a camel spin? It's a spin that we hold in a spiral position. We're balanced on one leg. That free leg is behind our body in that 90-degree or higher position. So let's take a look at it first. So that is our camel spin. As you can see, it was a spiral position, balancing on one leg, moving around in a rotation. So let's talk about the 3 things that are going to transform your camel spin if you're struggling with it. So you already have an idea of it, but let's fix it and make it better. The first thing is you have to have a good, solid spiral position. And how you're gonna do that is I want you to work on a back inside spiral. So let's come to the barrier first. Let's hold on. Let's hit the spiral position. So my body's tipping forward. The leg is at 90 degrees or higher, holding here. And then I want you to come down. We're gonna do it one more time. Pick it up, break from the waist over. Make sure that free leg is behind our body. It's not out to the side, and holding. After you understand that and you can feel that position, this is where I want you to go backwards on a back inside edge, holding in that position, because it mimics that spin. Because sometimes, like, it's great to have a forward spiral holding that position, but technically we are spinning on a back inside edge when we do the camel spin. So that's why I want you practicing a back inside spiral. So we're gonna pick it up and hold, and then stand up again. Now you wanna make sure that you have enough space so you don't run into anyone, but this is where I want you to practice being able to hold it for a count of 5 and then come back down. So we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. So I'm hitting that spiral position. I have the leg high, like 90 degrees or higher. I'm breaking from the waist over, holding that position. So that is the very first step that you're gonna focus on with the camel spin. All right, before we look at our second step on how to transform your camel, I want you to click on the link below in the description for your free PDF guide on the 5 exercises that will help improve your overall skating. We have thousands of exercises, but these are my top 5 that every single time you take the ice, I want you doing, because you will see improvement. So when you're ready, give it a click. All right, our second step to transforming your camel is the position itself. So the first step was all about holding a spiral position nice and still in the camel position. Now we're talking about the look of our camel. So it is completely a personal preference. If you like the feeling of your shoulders more square, if you like that slight open up, if you want to open up even more, it's a personal preference. And the only way that you're going to figure out which one you like the look better is film yourself. We have all this amazing technology today that can help you immediately. And I want you filming your camel spins. So the very first thing is, I used to do a camel spin and it was more squared off. There was nothing wrong with that position, and it looked like this. Okay, that's a camel spin. Leg is 90 degrees. I'm able to hold it. Now, I kept it a bit more square with the shoulders. Then over time, I started opening my right side up a bit more, and the camel spin felt easier. When we do camel spins, we want to make them look effortless when we push in and hold that position. Like, it's so easy to do, but I know I'm going, oh my gosh, I gotta hold that position. So let's take a look at now when I slightly pull that right shoulder back and I skate in and hold. I find that the position's easier. So I want you to try holding that position. So just from here, just taking that little bit and twisting them ever so slightly here and holding that position. So we're here holding, and you can practice that at the barrier right here. You can hold on and go, okay, here's that first position Stacy did. Then I want you to just open it ever so slightly here and holding. Now I like my right arm back here holding in this position. If you find, hey, I can do those shoulders easier when I grab back here, no problem. Remember, our spins are a preference. Sometimes we like the way someone does this spin over here better than this. It doesn't matter. It's a preference on what you like your camel looking like. So feel free to hold here. Now, I've also done it where I push in and I keep my left arm in front and right arm here holding. Now I'm gonna try this and see if it works out. So I'm gonna keep my left arm nice and still and right arm still gonna go back. As you can see, I've done 3 spins and you might be like, oh, I like the first one. Oh, I like the second one, or oh, I like the third one. So I want you to try different positions of your shoulders because we already have that free leg down. All right, step number 1, it was hitting that camel position or spiral on that back inside edge. Our second thing that we worked on is liking the look of the camel spin. Either shoulders here, it's completely up to you. And the third thing that we're gonna focus on is making it look effortless. So how do we do that? Now, the first step where skaters tend to go wrong in getting into this camel spin, they stay down and they stay over their body, and then they try to create that camel spin, and it looks like this. They push under, they stay over their leg, and then they try to push up into the camel. They were here. When they tried to come around, the camel spin wouldn't work. And they're like, wait, I can do step 1 and step 2 pretty well, but why isn't it working? It's because of that first initial step. And I've spoken about this in other videos, but let's talk about it a bit more. When you step forward, you want to step on that outside edge here, and your body is slightly over here. You're not going to step over your leg here in that camel. I want you to push forward and be a little bit over here so that when it comes around, that leg comes around, you're able to get over your leg. So I want you to think about that. I want you to go to the barrier. I want you to step forward, step out a little, and I want you to feel your body here holding. I don't want you to feel this. And up. I want you to feel that step out and hold. Now let's try it out there. You're gonna see my body, I'm gonna step out, and my body's gonna be slightly towards that left side. If you spin the other way, body's gonna be slightly towards that right side. So we push under, now I step out, and then up and hold. So I want you to think about that. From that under, step out, let your body go here, because as this leg starts to come around, you will be able to push up and be right over that left leg. I don't want you going in and trying to create that camel spin from being directly over and then going, hey, how come I can't do this camel spin? It's just that entry, and I know you can easily do it and fix it. So you put all those 3 things together, and you are going to have that camel spin that you've always wanted. All right, there you have it. Those are your 3 mistakes. Now, just to give you a visual, I'm gonna try to combine all 3 of the mistakes together and then try to do everything that we wanna focus on. So I'm gonna try to step on my leg, not get my leg to 90 degrees and not focus on my shoulder. So let's see if this camel spin works. Okay, so there are the mistakes that happen, and the main one is it really starts from that first step. If you get that step correct, you are gonna immediately fix your camel spin. Now, let's do all 3 of the things that I want you to focus on. And And when you do all three, you feel like you can stay there forever, because if you're like, man, I really want that 8 revolutions, you start putting that stepping on that edge, you get the shoulder back, you get the free leg right. Before you know it, you will be doing those 8 revolutions. So, thanks for watching Next Edge Tutorials, and happy skating.